Now we shall see the design procedure required for solving spur gear problems. The first one is material selection. We need to select the material if they are not given in the problem. So the material can be selected from table 112.7, page number 234. So here page number 234, table 12.7. Here they have given allowable static stress used in Lewis formula. So here they have given the various materials, cast iron grade 20, 25, 35, cast steel, bronze, phosphor, and they have given the allowable static stress and they have given the BHN. This is Brinell hardness number. So from this table we need to select the material. Next one is identifying weaker part. So whether it is a pinion or gear. So pinion is the one which generates power and gear is the one which receives the power. Here we can see it clearly. Here you can see in the figure 12.1b, page number 202. Here you can see there is a pinion and gear. So pinion is the driver and gear is the driven, and we will give the suffix to pinion as 1 and for gear we will give the suffix as 2. So we need to identify which material is weaker. So to identify we need to consider the strength factor sigma d into y is used to determine. So if the product of this value is less, then that part will be weaker. So we need to calculate sigma y for both pinion and for gear. So for the value which is lower value, we need to consider the design based on that weaker part. So next we need to find the module. To find the module we have different formulas. So in the problem, if they are given the diameters, then we need to use this formula, and if they are not given the diameter, we have to use this formula. So we'll see this while solving the problems. Next is we need to calculate the dynamic load FD. FD we need to calculate, and then we have to calculate the endurance limit Fn, Fen. So for safe design, the endurance force should be greater than dynamic force. So if this criteria is not matching, we need to change the design procedure. Next we need to calculate the wear load Fw. So for wear load, for safe design, the wear load should be greater than the dynamic load. So if this condition is not satisfied, we need to change the design procedure. So if Fw wear load is less than Fd, then we can equate Fw is equal to Fd and find the value of K and choose suitable hardness for gear and pinion. So we need to find the suitable hardness. As I said, BHN, it is the Brinell hardness number. It is the hardness. We need to determine the hardness for both gear and pinion. Now we shall solve first problem on spur gears. A pair of straight teeth spur gear is to transmit 20 kilowatts when pinion rotates at 300 rpm. The velocity ratio is 3:1. The allowable static stress for pinion and gear material are 120 MPa and 100 MPa respectively. The pinion has 15 teeth and its face width is 10 times the module. The tooth form factor is y is equal to 0.154 minus 0.912 divided by z. Velocity factor Cv is equal to 3 by 3 plus v, where v is the velocity and the unit is meter per second. So determine module, face width, pitch circle diameter of gears from standpoint of strength only. So here they have given the problem. They are asking us to find the module, face width, PCD of gear and from standpoint of strength only. So we shall write first the given data. As I said earlier, we have to give the suffix for pinion as 1 and for gear we need to give suffix as 2. So a pair of straight teeth spur gear is to transmit 20 kilowatt. The power given is 20 kilowatt when pinion rotates at 300 rpm. So the speed of pinion or N1 is 300 rpm. The velocity ratio is 3:1. So velocity ratio we shall consider as I. Velocity ratio I, it is the 3:1. The allowable static stress for pinion and gear material are, so allowable static stress sigma 1 is 120 MPa, and for sigma 2 for gear it is 100 MPa. The pinion has 15 teeth, so the number of teeth Z1 is equal to 15 teeth, and its face width is 10 times the module, so B is equal to 10 m. Face width B is given as 10 times the module. So here for module and face width it will not be different for pinion or gear, it will be same for both, so no need to take suffix for these two. The tooth form factor, they have given the tooth form factor is they have given y is equal to 0.154 minus 0.912 divided by z. Velocity factor CV they have given as 3 divided by 3 plus v. So they have given this much amount of data. We need to find module, face width, pitch circle diameter of gears. So we shall first find out the number of teeth on gear. So gear ratio I is equal to Z2 by Z1. So gear ratio is the number of teeth on gear to number of teeth on pinion. So they have given gear ratio as 3:1. Z2 they are not given. Z1 they are given as 15. So the value of Z2 is 45. 15 3s are 45. Z2. Next we shall identify the weaker part. First for pinion, sigma 1 y1. So y1 we need to find first. Here they have given y, this is the tooth form factor, so we need to find y1. To find y1 we need to put z1, and to find y2 we need to put z2. The value of z1 is 15, so the value of y1 I'll get the value as 0.093. So this is the value of y1. Similarly I'll find the value of sigma 1 y1. This is 120 into 0.093. So sigma 1 y1 is equal to sigma 1 y1 is 11.18 MPa. Similarly I'll find y2 and sigma 2 y2. Sigma 2 y2 is 0.154 minus 0.912 divided by 45. So the value of y2 which I'll get as 0.134. So sigma 2 y2 is equal to 0.134 So now comparing the values, this value and this value. So the value for pinion is weaker, so design is based on pinion. We need to write design is based on pinion. Design is based on pinion. We need to write this, and we shall proceed. Now to find module. So to find module, we'll refer data handbook, page number 204. Page number 204. We have page number 204 here. There is equation for module, Lewis equation for beam strength of tooth. So this is M module 12.5b. We shall take this formula 2mt by sigma d cv ky z. We shall take this formula. So similarly, we'll take k is equal to b by m. K is the value of k here they have given. For this k, we need to take b by m, and y is Lewis form factor. We had seen this while deriving the equation for Lewis equation, and capital Y is equal to pi into small y form factor. Sigma d is the allowable static stress. So sigma d they have given in the question. Sigma d is the allowable static stress, and mt is the transmitted torque. Mt is the transmitted torque. So it is in Newton per mm. So also we'll write the value of k is equal to b by m, and y is equal to pi by. So this much amount of values we have got from data handbook. We shall write the equation number 12.5b, page number 204. We shall assume the value of k as b by m. So in question they are given, if we take the value of b ratio b by m, we will get the value as 10. So the value of b by m as 10, and y is equal to pi into y1, because design is based on pinion. The value of y1 is 0.093. Next we'll find the velocity pi dn by 60. So this is v1, d1, n1. d1 they are not given in the question, so we can take the value of d as mz. The diameter is equal to m into z. M is the module and z is the number of teeth. For d1 I'll take z1. So we are unaware of module. Z1 I'll take it as 15 into n1 300 divided by 60. So I'll get the value of v1 as 235.6 m. 235.6 m millimeter per second. So here there is module m, so I have taken 235.6 m millimeter per second. Next we'll find the value of CV, velocity factor CV. We shall find it. It is 3 divided by 3 plus V. So we shall take it as here they have given mm per second. We shall convert it to meter per second. So it will be 0.235. So dividing this value by 1000, we will get the value as 0.235. So CV, velocity factor, into m, because module we are unaware of the module, so we shall write it as it is. Next we'll move on to find the power. Power is equal to 2 pi n mt by 6.